Hi, this is Sami Anand. My official designation is Assistant Professor and Associate Dean for the School of Computer Science Engineering. When I joined the university, the passion for teaching came up through a good introspection that this is the field that I want to go in. And then from that, the idea that I joined LPU was I would get to go ahead and try the ideas that I have in mind which will help students in the education. University gave me that platform where I could come up with the innovative things, looking into the industry aspects and get them to the students early in their academics itself. The major turning points I would say is where university showed, trust in experimenting with the latest tech to be included into the academia, which is very much needed because we need to bridge that gap which everyone talks about, that there's an academia industry gap. But how we are working towards bridging that gap is very much important. And that's where the university is ready to go ahead, give the opportunities to students to go with those courses which are relevant with industry, which would help them a year or two down the line. Might not be immediate, but once they're into their job, they reflect good, the projects that they work on, they can go back in academics and say, yes, I did it, and it would help them. So when I started with training and placement, my first role eventually was to figure out these kind of courses which should be put into the academic structure so that the students don't have to make an extra effort with that. And that's where we kept on adding with the industry changes that happened over the last decade. So starting with cloud computing, we are back in 2013 when cloud computing was a very new technology, was into the curriculum. Adding virtualization into the curriculum, robotic process automation into the curriculum in 2018 when people are hardly thinking about robotic process automation, and having AI, data science all way back in 2018 into the curriculum. And now as we see in 2024 and 23 with AI coming up, data science coming up. But why were we able to make such good impact with students was because this were there in the curriculum 2 years or 3 years before it made an impact in the industry. And that's where when I say bridging that gap of industry and academia was possible because of that, one step ahead approach which the university took, that yes, let's try a technology which is there, no matter whether the technology gets through into the market or not, but that would give a learning to the students. As we understand with generative AI and AI coming into picture, there are a lot of changes that are going to happen. So the students who are going to graduate maybe in 27 and maybe in 26 also, they would be the first students who would have to be ready to get that impact of these new technologies coming in. But the best part is that with us being understanding of the technology and industry needs, we have already included Gen AI into syllabus. So the students who are in their 2026 graduating batch, they're already learning Gen AI into their curriculum. Because we need to be robust with respect to industry, because I can't let my students just go ahead with their 4-year degree and there's a technology that came in and 2 years down the line they would be looked at by the industry. And I'll say because it came up, so the new batches would be ready and the previous are not. So we included that into the curriculum, and now the second year students are embracing it, the third year students are embracing it. So when they come up into their final year, they would have it with them for the companies to look at them. Not just with that, understanding because of AI, a lot of job roles would change. Just taking an example, maybe of software development. Software development is happening. It's happening at a very good pace, and a lot of companies are hiring SDE roles, students. But this would change 2 to 3 years down the line because AI would be there to support programmers with the structure, the modularity of the code, customization of the code, optimization of the code with respect to your own architecture or own system is something which would be the next level of thing. Is where we are now discussing with students the importance of system design. That you, with being a programmer, also need to be good at system design. You need to understand it at a larger scale, at a larger level, from a bird's eye view. And you need to look through the system and understand that, okay, this is one part which is coding, but how it is going to impact the other aspects of the application. And that's where we are already working on it with respect to our students who would be graduating in the upcoming years. They would be equipped with this understanding. And when the companies would come up with the same kind of request, the students would have those requisite skills.